Right, so hello viewers and welcome back to Europa Universalis 4. So it looks like since the last time we had left off, we had incorporated parts of Denmark, or rather what used to be Denmark, into our lands, and in addition we have incorporated a few parts of Hanover and Brunswick into our land. So that's sort of where we're starting off today, and we will really just be continuing off here for now on. So let's see what we can do. I believe we built up, say, a decent amount of warrior aggression during this time, so I'm just going to quickly check that. I'm going to look over here. Actually, it doesn't look like we have, say, too much. Perhaps another country would be a better indicator, no? Well, actually, it looks like we don't necessarily have any war aggressions, so you know what that means. We are going to take the fight, and it looks like we had this Papal objective at the time, so we'll just finish that really quickly. And I think we'll do this mission right here, the Vassalized Cologne mission, which will be pretty easy. So we'll start that off right there. We'll do a covert action, we'll fabricate a claim on these people, and we'll stop Papal relations for now, and we'll just blitz these guys with our huge army here, and really just go from there. So yeah, that'll be that, and in the meantime we might as well also get, say, Anhalt over here, because they actually hold very many of the very critical lands needed to form Prussia proper, actually, or rather Germanation proper, actually. So they actually hold, say, the most important or rather a few important provinces of Leipzig, Anhalt, and Altmark right now, and these three apart in conjunction with, I think, Lüneburg, Brandenburg, and yeah, these two towns up here are all things that you need. So we might need to, say, bag them in a bit of time. Looks like Poland has decided to start a war that they can finish by themselves, judging by the troop counts. So we'll let them do that. And in the meantime, it looks like Lüneburg over here has decided to go to war over here. So that's kind of weird, but all right. In that case, we can quickly mop up these guys, and I think now we have a... Oh, actually, that mission automatically starts us off with a subjugation goal, a war type of casus belli, so that's actually pretty nice. In that case, I think I'll just sort of blitz the army of Friesland over here really fast, like that, get our army back in place. And I highly doubt that they have an army comparable to ours, and I think the only two, say, allies they have are considerably tiny nations that namely can't even reach us due to just sort of how they're structured out. So we'll go with this conquest objective like that, because it will be, I'd say, slightly cheaper on the aggression counter. So we'll do that. We'll detach sieges here and there, get rid of them like that, and I think we'll just siege these two locations for now. They might man some sort of resistance here or there. So either way, I think we'll be able to sort of stomach the blow here, at least till, say the sieges inside the north finish, and I think that'll be really that. Right, actually, looks like they're going to launch an attack right now, so we'll get our guys to reinforce. They're fighting over a river, so I do believe that we have a decent chance of victory over here. No? Well, oh well. I think we'll have to get our troops to combine into a bigger lot than what we have right now then. There we go, and peace has been established over here in this area, so that'll be excellent. And now they're finished, now we can finish them off really fast like that. So that'll be good. I'll reform the army over here, and we have plenty of recruits, so that'll be another thing. And currently, I'm going to see whether or not there are, say, any cannons we can recruit right away. Unfortunately, there aren't. And we'll get military level 7, so that'll increase our sort of infantry capability there. And I'll level up this administrative ideas to this mercenary benefits for mercenaries type of thing, which will give us a benefit for a discount for keeping mercenaries on the payroll, which will actually be pretty useful inside these wars. Seeing as how we generate a large amount of money, what I can do now is that instead of, say, fighting these sieges by ourselves and costing the lives of our own people, what I can do now is that I can hire these mercenaries, and they quite honestly, they probably won't dent our books too much, just due to the fact that we have so many cash reserves. And sooner than soon, we'll have even bigger reserves as soon as we say build up our trade fleets as well. So immediately what I'll do here is that I'll send the mercenaries to do the sieging for us. And no, we won't sue for peace with these people just yet. I'll go to one of their neighboring countries, ask for military access, they'll grant it, so then we can get our big army to stomp out their troops here inside their capital. Right, so we can sort of clear their army like that. And what I can do from there is that I can see in the sieging mercenary bands to do their jobs to effectively cap out those lands. And the main thing that I want to do, stemming off of that, is I want to keep our manpower high, or at least to an extent, to a high degree, mainly. So yeah, that's sort of the purpose behind that. Because our current army here will require, say, some manpower replacement, but afterwards it would be nice to keep it high due to the fact that there might be some sort of retaliatory move on us afterwards from there. And yeah, that'll be pretty much it in that category. And there we go, some of the sieges are starting to get finished up, so that's nice. And our money is in the green once more, so that's even better. What I think I'll do right now is that I'll actually build a few more, say, trade ships, because I'm under the impression that, yeah, our trade has fallen slightly here, because that should be above 50%. And we'll just sort of fast forward here for a short amount of time. And we'll finish off these guys. So after here, it'd be nice to, say, steamroll some of the other nations here and there, and namely, I'm thinking about, say, rolling. Anhalt over here is definitely one, Brandenburg is another, and just in general things around us over here and there. Let's actually check Pomerania. They're allied with Lüneburg and Friesland, so they're not, say, a difficult target. Right, so there we go, we've conquered these guys, we can convert them to a vassal. And that'll finish this mission, so that'll be good. Combine these mercenaries, remove them like that. And that'll be really one sort of campaign finished here. Now, I'm not going to go for Anhalt right away, mainly due to the fact that they're already fighting a war. And if you vassalize a country that's already fighting a war, you technically become an active an active participant in that war. And with that said, that will actually throw you into the conflict with whoever was like at war with them originally. So we're not going to fight inside this sort of brawl just yet. I'm going to keep an eye on the date counter, let that to get to 1492, and then at that point I think we'll go for, say, Pomerania over here, because they don't have very many allies and they should be easy to conquer over there. And in the meantime, we'll do some fleet improvements, because that will, of course, also help us out in that regards. And for now, I've got my big trading fleet to do some more trading. That should buff up our trade. I hopefully passed that 50% mark. Evidently not. So in that case, I think our trade will just sort of stabilize there for now, and we'll use the rest of the cash here, or at least a good chunk of it, to build a few more of these galley ships to reinforce our combat fleet. It looks like we can sustain 5 more ships, so I'll build 5 more ships there, and I'll assign that to our combat fleet right over there. So hopefully Bohemia here finishes their war with Anhalt soon, and hopefully they'll just sort of keep Anhalt pretty much the same, and then we can of course just take that over from them nice and easily as sort of a one-piece type of deal. That would be really, really nice, but unfortunately I don't honestly think that'll happen. Another one of the big things that we probably want to do is that we probably want to, say, take the fight into Denmark, but Denmark is a bit more finicky in respects to things, mostly because they are allied, or rather in a personal union, with Muscovy, and that would be a very, very difficult fight. Although they are pretty far away. So, right, so I think we can start up the conflict now over here. I'm just going to level up a few more things in our ideas tree here. Actually, we're fairly close to teching up, so I think I'll actually save up on that. But anyhow, in the meantime, we do want to blitz these guys. I'll get my army assembled here. I'll get my fleet effectively just positioned for the battle right away. And I honestly don't think that they have much to counter our forces, but I think I'll pull back my trade fleet just for now. So declare war on these guys to take this land away from them. They are of course going to throw in their people, but we are automatically going to start to blockade them, which is one thing. I'm going to get my troops to just sort of front up here and dish out some damage on their troops. They seem to have very low morale compared to our troops. So we are able to just sort of dominate them on the whole attack type of thing. Gonna wait up here, gain some morale, strike back over here. And perfect, we have a mercenary cost modifier, which I think I'll spend, because in general, I mean, I actually like using mercenaries just sort of because. And I'll summon up, say, a good amount of mercenaries over here, and I'm going to make a mercenary block, whose intention over here is to just sort of stop the Fresland people from attacking further into our lands, if you will. And I'll get that army to move forward over there. Now, it looks like we actually control the sea, so I'm going to get my trading fleet back out here so that we can hopefully balance the books and make money as time goes on. Or no, actually, they have a fleet over here. Small fleet. Let's say 18 light ships, 6 galleys. In open seas, that's actually kind of deadly. So in that case, I think I'll pull back my trading ships just as... just for now. They're blocking my ports, I'm blocking theirs. Don't think they have any more land units. I think I saw a small army flee away though. So that'll be that. And in the meantime, I think we can just summon up more mercenaries. We might actually be able to beg Lune over Fresland over here as a vassal as well inside this campaign. So that would be actually really nice to have. And I mean, at the cost of a few, say, gold coins, and I'm not, say, too worried about that, so I'll send another group over there. Sieges are looking like they're going pretty well. I think I'll actually get some of the large cannons bought so that they can sort of help out on the siege front. So yeah, we'll grab a pack of them, and we'll send them over here. And these cannons will slightly influence the dice rolls here for the sieges. And these are mainly, I'd say that they're fairly based on chance. So yeah, you do have a few modifiers like the cannons and all. So with that said, I'll send a small, just sort of a detachment over there to help out. And oh, look at that, they have a 14 stack army over here. But seeing as how they have less prestige, power projection and all of that, they don't have very much morale. Rather, they don't have such a high morale bonus to their armies. And with that said, it makes it slightly easier for us to win these battles because their morale is ultimately capped at a lower, say, range than ours. So yeah, that's sort of that. It looks like the Polish people have finished their conquest up to the north. And our conquest over here is going quite well as well. And I'm going to see whether or not we can deal, say, one of the striking blows over here to the Pomeranians. So we'll fight them over a river, and as you saw there, their morale just effectively disappeared. I'm going to get their siege parties to do their jobs and siege these tiles. Our blockade is also helping out, because usually it's actually pretty difficult to take these provinces on the coast, mainly because the game just sort of modifies the dice rolls slightly in the defender's favor due to the fact that they have the short line and, you know, boats coming in and out, so it'll be harder to obviously siege and make the people starve to death there. Right, so we'll do that, and this campaign overhaul is going pretty well. Finish that army like that. I'm not really sure if you gain any what's it called? What is it called? I'm not really sure if you gain any army tradition, there we go. Don't know why that took so long to say, but yeah, I'm not really sure if you gain any of that for fighting with mercenaries though. But if you gain more tradition, you actually also gain that morale of armies bonus, which is actually quite considerable. And that's also pretty important, again, factoring into the morale of armies over there. And there we go, I'm really liking that. We are just painting this area full of our troops' banners over here. I'm going to start to figure out, say, where we want to draw the lines to where do we want to, say, claim provinces. And what I want to do here is that I want to stay out of Poland's claims because they are a pretty big ally that we need to have. But the small stuff over here, I think, yeah, we can pick off pretty easily. And I think we'll hire a force limits officer over there to do that. Oh, and perfect. We can gain either 2 more techs or some technologies over here with some ideas. I think we'll go for techs this round. So grab those. Some nice colonization techs in the event that we will ever use them. And we'll move these sieges forward like such. Yeah, we're still losing a fair amount of cash, but I mean, hey, it's no big deal. Oh, and this fleet can move over here. That'll help us out with the sieges even more. And unfortunately, there are a few revolts in the homeland, which we have to deal with soon. But in the meantime, it looks like things are going pretty well over here with the siege front and all. So just finish up over here. I think I'll... Come on, this area should break very shortly. And over here as well. So there we go. There's one siege finished. We can grab all of these troops, move them back over here, and get them to push forward. So that'll be one front done. Combine these troops. We can get these guys to move through these lands. Right, so we can get rid of them there. Unfortunately, we've lost the siege over here, so there will be 10 years of nationalism over it. Damn it! Our army was depleted of morale due to the first group of these rebels. For whatever reason, the rebels do seem to take a long time to beat inside this game. From what I remember, I think in EU3, granted that you could get a whole bunch of rebels at once, I'll bet they were really easy to actually defeat. Right, so let's start off the peace negotiations, and starting off, I'm going to get the I'm going to see whether or not we can... Oh, wrong tab. I'm going to see whether or not we can demand Friesland become one of our vassals, so we'll send that off right away. They will accept. That'll increase our war sort of aggression rating, but that's fine with me. And what I'm going to come do over here is I'm come over here, go to Pomerania, and I'm going to demand, say, our tile over here back, and I want one of their... say, tiles like over here. I want these 2 tiles as... Well, actually, no. I think I'll just take them, really. I'll take them like that, so that'll boost up our aggressive expansion modifier by quite a number, but at the same time, that'll effectively give us what we want, just right there. And we'll spend some administration points, which is actually pretty cheap now that we have the adaptability sort of modifier there to convert these provinces into core provinces. And we can't say we can't increase our national revolt risk modifier right now, so just sort of wait things out here, combine these 2 armies, send them out, get our trade fleet out and making money once more. And the main thing from here on out will be just to sort of float a high cash reserve, convert these provinces. This won't take 18 months, this won't take 16, so we'll go for the faster one first. And really, I think for the next period of time, I mean, we'll just sort of sit here, and we will just sort of wait out these battles, really, and convert these provinces over. Right, so overall I'd say that that was a decent amount of expanding, although that is gonna just absolutely piss off a whole bunch of people inside the local region, just due to that 119 aggressive expansion modifier right there. Right, so that is one really big thing, and we're not gonna accept this Polish cult arms because there is just way too many things to fight over there. Poland is probably gonna get crushed. And I think we'll keep a bureaucrat really in power for the next bit, because we'll need to tech up again, and we'll need to really just move forward over there. And yeah, well, I guess we'll get this integrate Lunenburg objective, because that's also one of the things on our list of things to do. And we'll start that off right here, right now. Right, so for the next, say, like 13 in-game years, so till 1510, I think we really just have to say lay low here and just sort of wait things out.